Only 5 matches currently advertised for Fastlane. I'm assuming we're getting at least one more. Maybe 2, but definitely 1. There's no way they do a 5-match card with no real gimmick matches. Like, we got a 5-match card, I think, for Elimination Chamber, but we had 2 chamber matches. I know we have a last man standing match on the show, but still, I think we have at least 1 more match. The funny thing is that we already have 3 SmackDown matches, so would they add a 4th one is my question? I mean, maybe. They're not defending the United States Championship. The tag team titles are already being defended. The women's and the women's title is being defended, and Roman Reigns is not defending. So I'm not even really sure what the other addition would be. It might just be a 5-match show. Listen, if the show's over in under 3 hours, I'm not complaining, but we'll start from the beginning here and work our way to the top. Newly announced match on Monday Night Raw, The Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Damian Priest defending the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Quite the dynamic duo there. Do you think Rhodes and Uso take the title, or is it a Judgment Day retention here?
Of course you make me answer this one first. I feel like if Cody and Jay won, they would just drop them immediately. But I feel like also if they drop them, then, like I said, Priest could cash in and beat Rollins. I'm going to go with Uso and Cody.
Wow,
I think it'd be
okay.
nice.
Okay.
Like I said, I feel like that could, like I said, they drop the belts here. Damian cashes in, and maybe in a couple weeks you get McDonough finally in the group, and him and Finn get the belts back somehow. Because like I said, the Judgment Day need, like it's Rhea's rule, they need the belts, so they need the belts back. Maybe that's how you finally get JD in the group. Him and Finn. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Uso and Rhodes.
Okay.
I talked myself into it.
Bold prediction there. I'm going to stick with Judgment Day. I'd be fine with Rhodes and Uso winning. I think they want to keep, in my opinion, probably. I mean, they could do what you said as well. Kind of take the belts off of them, get them back on Finn, this time with a different partner. That's possible, too. I feel like they might want all the belts on Judgment Day come Survivor Series, which isn't for another month and a half, so they could work it your way as well. But I'm going to go Judgment Day, retain the titles here. LWO against Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Now, listen, we already saw Escobar, or rather Wild and Toro. I mean, actually, we saw both combinations. Wild and Toro, as well as against Dawkins and Ford, as well as Mysterio and Escobar against Lashley, or rather the Profits as well. So, I don't think it's Wild or Toro. I know they said, any 2 members of LWO. Wild and Toro with Escobar, I mean, that's a fucking SmackDown match. I'm sorry. I mean, I've been liking the storyline here, but that's a SmackDown match. I feel like it's got to be Rey and Santos. To not put Rey in action in this match, to me, would be dumb. And I think the whole reason why they lose is why there might be, some tension there, because I clearly feel like they're headed towards an Escobar-Rey rematch with Escobar turning heel. It didn't happen on Friday, but I think it's still coming at some point. And you can further tell that story here with the heels winning. But I'm going to go out on a limb. I tweeted this last week. I guess the obvious option would be Wild or Toro with Escobar. I'm not going to say that. I think it's going to be Rey, Escobar, and Dragon Lee. Because why else would Dragon Lee be on SmackDown this week? I mean, they could be promoting him to the main roster because he wasn't on Tuesday's NXT, I don't think. But I don't think they have that in mind right now. I'm going to say Dragon Lee teams with them. He's an honorary member of LWO, or they just induct him into the group. Or as a bold dark horse prediction, Carlito coming in, finally being used and being their partner, and he's the big mystery partner for this match. But I'm still picking Lashley and the Profits winning regardless. So who do you think the LWO consists of, and what team do you think goes over?
I mean, I think it'd be Rey, Santos, and Dragon Lee. Like I said, I feel like he's just going to get in the group, lead to more dissension between Rey and Santos, and then you get the heel turn eventually. I mean, Carlito would be cool, but no pun intended. But I think, like I said, Dragon Lee being on SmackDown, I feel like it makes sense. They'll get him in the group, and he'll cause more split between Santos and Rey, because Rey's been putting over Dragon Lee, so he's going to be the next face of Lucha Libre. He gets Santos pissed.
Yeah, it just makes sense. Yeah, no.
Split makes sense. But I think Profits and Lashley win here.
I feel like they have to. It's Bobby's first match in 5 months. It's a newly healed group, newly turned group. If you want to really give them momentum, they got to win here. And the whole story is that the Profits they lost their last match, and they don't want to disappoint Bobby. I feel like they have to win. Triple threat for the WWE Women's Championship, Io Sky against Asuka and Charlotte. Kairi Sane might be coming in soon, we saw. That's the rumor. I know we reported on that. That was the report a couple months ago. But it might actually be happening on the sooner side. The original timetable was always November. So, I mean, it's not like, like with Carlito, I don't know why it's taking so long. With Kairi Sane, I don't think she was ever supposed to come in before November anyway. I'll throw it to you first, though. Who do you think is walking out WWE Women's Champion, Io, Asuka, or Charlotte?
I fucking hate you. I'm going with Io. I mean, I think you keep the belt on her. I think it's way too soon to take it off her. I think you just do her. I think that's where we go here. I don't want Charlotte to win it. No, thank you. Asuka just getting the belt back. No, thank you. I think Io's the only right choice.
The only right choice. Charlotte getting the belt back would be dumb. Asuka getting the belt back would be dumb. I don't even want Bianca to beat Io for it. I don't know who beats Io for it, but it should not be them. And I think you can get to an Io Sky Kairi Sane feud. I know, God forbid it's not going to involve an established female like Charlotte or Asuka or Bianca, but I feel like that could be a great feud for the fall or the early winter or whatever with Io and Kairi. So that to me, or Io and Bayley. We haven't gotten that split yet, but they got to pull the trigger on that first. Io just won the belt 2 months ago. She's had a couple successful title defenses on SmackDown. She should win here. Her losing again would be silly. John Cena and LA Knight with the Bloodline, against the Bloodline. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. I say the Bloodline, Jimmy Uso's not really part of the group. I don't consider him part of the group. I know he's acting like it. They haven't said that he's part of the group. It's very confusing. I think C-Knight, John Cena and LA Knight are going over here, as they should, building to LA Knight against, Roman at some point. Maybe a crown jewel. I would hold off till Survivor Series of the Rumble, because I'm hoping AJ Styles comes back before then. He's not hurt. That's just a storyline thing. And he'll face Roman at whatever show, whether it be probably crown jewel or Survivor Series before LA Knight. But I think this is an easy slam dunk win for Cena and Knight here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the same. It's funny because it's I completely agree with you. I think Cena and Knight win. I do think Jimmy Uso needs to win more. I just feel like the difference between him and Jay is clearly Jay's over as a babyface and Jimmy's the heel. But I just also feel like Jay's just have been booked a lot better. Jimmy loses constantly. That's all he's done is lose. So it's I understand. I think Cena Knight win. I mean, I would bet my house on it. But I just don't like how they've been building Jimmy Uso. I feel like he's still a flunky in the bloodline. Like I said, he's not technically in the bloodline. But even since he's gone on his own, he just all he's done is lost. So, I mean, I guess he beat Carl Anderson last week. I mean, does that really mean anything? But I think they need to do a better job booking Jimmy. I just feel like he's just a flunky loser, not in the bloodline.
Yeah, now they got to fix that shit. I think Jimmy takes the loss here. Roman gets pissed. He's back on SmackDown next week. This is all going to tie together. But yeah, I think Cena and Knight win here, and then Cena's still around for another month, so he might be facing Solo Sikoa soon, maybe in Saudi Arabia. We'll see. We get to what I assume is the main event, last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship. This one a little less predictable than the last time. Seth Rollins defending against Shinsuke Nakamura. I mentioned the possibility of a cash-in here. That doesn't really have to do with this match, though. I don't think Nakamura wins, then Priest cashes in on him. I think Rollins retains regardless. I don't think we get a cash-in. I would like to see a cash-in with the whole back injury thing they're telling. I think it makes a lot of sense, though, because he goes through this grueling match, and Nakamura puts him through hell and loses, because, again, what else is new? And then Damian cashes in on that, and because if he doesn't cash in, he looks like a fucking idiot, because why wouldn't he cash in on an injured champion? And then brings all the gold to Judgment Day. I'm thinking Rollins retains, though. I'm not thinking we get a cash-in, although I would love to see that actually happen, though.
I think Rollins retains and Priest cashes in.
Okay, that's your prediction?
That's not a prediction, it's a spoiler, buddy.
To quote Paul Heyman himself. I love it. I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view on, I almost said Sunday, it's on Saturday, a lot of Saturday, Sunday shows.